Hello beautiful people, I'm Nehal. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to read, oh my god they are so heavy. In this video I'm going to read this. You will watch me react to everything that is happening in Six of Crows duology. Six of Crows and the Crooked Kingdom. I am so damn excited. So excited to know what the fuss is all about. I have already read Shadow and Bone series, Shadow and Bone trilogy by the same author. I think her name is Lee Bardugo. I don't want to butcher her name. But if you haven't watched my reading vlog, reading Shadow and Bone, then please go back and watch it. I will, link it in the description box. Anyways, so I'm so excited to start this. I already know about Kaz and Inez and few quotes that has gone viral, but otherwise I don't know any big spoilers at all. So I think this is going to be such a novel experience for me, and they are thick. Like this one is almost 500 and this is I think over 500 pages or something. So it's going to take me a while. I'm so excited to get into this universe, and I just know that there's a heist going on and they are all thieves and thugs and they are going to make a crew out of this, and it's going to be very dangerous. Some people are going to die. I am I'm actually not looking I'm actually not looking forward to, or I'm really scared of people dying because I just cannot handle sadness in books. But I think some characters are going to die. I don't know which, and I hope I don't come across any spoilers. I don't know any spoilers, and I'm lucky in that. Dive into this universe and see what's going to happen. This book is going to become my entire personality for at least a few weeks now. So I'm starting this book, Six of Crows. I want to really show you something. The maps, and there are more. Look at this, like look at the detail. Like it's black and white and it's so pretty. Now I'm going to start the first chapter and I'll give you all the updates. She did not just say that. Do you know why I'm reading this book? Not because of all this heist situation, but because of Kaz and Inez. Yeah, I just want to know what the fuss is all about. I am on page 32 right now. And yeah, it's Inez's. I'm butchering her name, aren't I? Kaz and Inez. Okay, so Inez is like describing this whole there's a lot of action happening. And I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like an action movie, but I'm really enjoying it. So Kaz is a thief. Like I knew they were thieves, all of them, because this is a heist and they're going to be hired, I think. But like Kaz is like really morally gray. I don't think he has any morals. He's a thief, but he calls himself a businessman. And I think Inez is an assassin, thief as well, but like she's really good, like climbing up the walls and all of that, sneaking in on people. And I think Anya is going to be in the team as well for the heist. She is a healer. Now I think all the characters are just getting introduced, and I think halfway the heist will start. I'm not sure. I like this sprayed edges, it just makes me feel some type of way. It's pretty. Kaz just said this. Inez was one of the best investment Kaz has ever made. Investment? Dude, really? Investment? So like there's a lot of plot going on, but what I understood, I'm only like 50 pages in and I have been reading it for like more than an hour. I don't know why I'm being so slow, but there's a lot of plot and I'm just trying to understand everything. Anyways, so what's going to happen is, remember while reading Shadow and Bone I told you that there are like some people with superpowers, the Grisha people who are actually the military, like kind of like soldiers, but they have superpowers. So what happens is this new drug has come into the market, which if they eat it, like if they take that drug, they kind of start developing even more superpowers which are even dangerous. So because of that, Kaz has been like recently kidnapped, and he has been offered this deal that you need to breach this ice code and we need to stop this drug from manufacturing and spreading. And so they are offering him like a lot of money, and obviously like he's a thief, like a lot of money. At first Kaz is like, no, I'm not gonna do it, I value my life more, this is a suicide mission. But now it's like 12 million crude. That like that's a lot of money. And so Kaz is going to make up a whole team. He's going to gather a lot of people, and they are going to plan this heist and breach this court. This court has never been breached, by the way. I don't know who is going to be in the team. Obviously Kaz, Inez, his some of his friends, but I think there are new characters that are going to be introduced. And I'll try to be fast now. Like I'm too slow. Excuse me. Kaz is 17 years old. I don't know why he was like 30 years old in my head. 17? 17 and he's going to gather people and plan this heist? 17 years old. Okay, so he asked for 30 million. Obviously he did. And also like there's a mystery that Kaz always wears gloves, and I thought that it must be because he's a thief and he doesn't want to leave any, like evidence or anything. Like there's another reason. Does he have scars or something? Like what is going on? I remember following a Booktok or Bookstagram account, and there was this quote that this girl had written. It was like, "We will be kings and queens in as kings and queens," and that just like sold me. I was like, "Wow, I need to read this book." And like here, Kaz is talking to Inez, offering her a job and telling her that, hey, like there is there is a chance that this is an impossible job near certain death, terrible odds, but should we scrape it, we will be kings and queens. I mean, obviously, it's a lot of money, and all of them like have Kaz and Inez both don't want to work for this man, but they're working because they need to survive and they need money. So if they do this job, obviously they are going to do this job. I hope they don't die or anything, but like if they do this job, they will be free and they'll have a lot of money and they can do whatever they want. Kaz is like really attached to his hat, and he lost his hat in this brawl, like when he was kidnapped and asked for this job. So he asks Inez that put in an order for a new hat, and Inez says please, like say please. And Kaz says, please, my darling Inez, treasure of my heart, won't you do me the honor of acquiring me a new hat? Oh my god. We have another member in this crew. She's called Nina, and she's kind of like a greaser, and she can calm people by touching them. I'm sure she can alter feelings, but this is what has been revealed yet. I love Inez. Yeah, that's it. I love her. I'm finally on chapter 8, page number 118. I have been reading for 2.5 hours. Why am I being so slow? I read this much. This much, can you see? In 2.5 hours. And okay, I want to update you about something. So Matthias and am I saying that right? Matthias and Nina. Oh my god, like Matthias is so infatuated with Nina, but he also wants to unalive her. Now I know why. Like Nina got Matthias arrested, and now they are going to like Kaz in as the whole crew is going to break into prison. Already broke into prison and got him out because he knows all the layout and the map. He's the oldest one, like he's 18. Inez is 16, I think. Kaz is 17. Nina is also 16. And there's another guy who's like 15 or something. So everyone is like so young. And this whole crew is going to try to break into this ice court, which is like where kings and queens live. And it's basically impenetrable. But I really enjoyed the Matthias and Nina. Like, what is going to happen with them? Like, I'm so invested in them now. Like, I just read like 2 chapters about them, and like, I'm like invested now. And they have like this POVs of every single character. So far, we got Kaz, Inez, Nina, Matthias, and a couple of others. Okay, so I finished reading this much. I know it's not much, like it's how many pages again? 140 pages. I still have like a lot left. But yeah, what significant has happened right now is that Kaz kind of insulted Inez, calling her that you're replaceable. If you want out, you can go out. Because Inez was simply telling him that, oh my god, like you're being so arrogant. Like no one has ever done this, like penetrated this code. No one had gotten into this code, and why are you being so arrogant? and he was like, if you want out, just go out, like you're not irreplaceable. I really hope that he apologizes. I also like this blast, something happened, and there is only 2 weeks and the highest is going to start. So in between, I think something is going to happen because a blast happened, and I know I'm stopping at that. I need to stop, I need to go home. But like, I'll keep you updated. Eating vanilla ice cream with some Nutella and Hershey's spread in it. Don't even ask me. And obviously, I'm reading Six of Crows. Yeah, I'm going to continue reading that. I'll probably read a few chapters and then probably stop, or maybe I'll keep reading. Guess what? Kaz already knew that this was going to happen, that someone was going to blow up the ship. So he already had another ship waiting. Like, oh my god, like he doesn't have any conscience, and he's kind of like, I don't know, arrogant and everything, but he's like really smart. So there's another member in the crew who is also like a little boy, 15-year-old, I think. But he is the son of the merchant that actually was like the merchant who actually kidnapped Kaz and was like, this is the mission that you're going to do. So like, Kaz has a leverage on him too. Like, it's it's hard not to like him when he's so smart like this. And also, like, there's a brawl going on right now, and Matthias was like chained, because he was attacking, because he attacked Kaz. And but Nina, like, uh, unchained him because there was a brawl going on, and just gave him a pistol, like, defend yourself. And now he looks at Nina like he wants to shoot her, because he really wants to kill her. I get it, because he's like a witch hunter or Grisha hunter of sort, and she's a Grisha, and something happened, and she was the one who got him arrested. And also, like, I think he is kind of like a priest or something, like, not a priest, but like, he's kind of like, there's a specific word for it, but like, he has to be celibate or something. That's what I'm thinking. That's what that was like, a little bit revealed on it, and that's what I'm understanding. And I think Nina is the one who is, you know, giving him all these desires, and he doesn't like it, and because of that, he wants to kill her even more. But now they are fighting, not with each other. Like, they're fighting side by side. Like, that's so weird. And this is why we like enemies to lovers. Like, people would never understand. People who don't read romance books would never understand the allure of enemies to lovers. I love these couples so much. Okay, so some people got Inaj, and he she got really really injured, and at one point she was like, I need to kill myself rather than be with these people. So she was literally going to kill herself, like, through a knife in her chest. But Kaz came at the last moment, and and he said, not just yet, Inez. And then he says, keep talking, Rath, don't slip away from me. Rath is her nickname. And also, Inez says, you came back for me. And he says, I protect my investments. Investments, there is that word again. What's wrong with you, Kaz? Like, where are your flirting skills? Like, what? You don't know romance? You're not smart enough for romance? What the hell? You came back for me. I protect my investments. And then she says, I'm glad I'm bleeding all over your shirt. And he says, I'll put it on your tab. And she's like, say you're sorry. And he has the nerve to say, for what? For what? Really? I think maybe he did say sorry, but she fainted. I don't think he said sorry. Did he? Like, I really want Kaz to like grovel for Inez. Like, really, really grovel. I know he will, probably, and I'm waiting for that. I think that would be in the second book, right? So I forgot to mention, but Kaz has a bad leg, and because of it, he carries a cane, like, walking cane. And in order to save Inez, he broke his leg, like his bad leg. I think he fractured it. Kaz, you don't do this stuff for investments. Like, when will you understand? I thought Nina was a healer, but no, she is a heart render. Heart render means she can literally rupture someone's organs. She is supposed to be a soldier. I don't know why I thought she was a healer. Matthias and Nina has such a long history. They have known each other since they were little, like since they were basically children. He asks her that, "Did you think of me at all, Nina? Did I trouble your sleep?" And she says, a corporal Nick can sleep whenever she likes. Though she couldn't control her dreams, she dreamed of him. And obviously he dreamed of her. We know that. Ugh. And he admits that. But when I slept, I dreamed of you. Her head snapped up. That's right. He says, every time I closed my eyes. And she asks what happened in these dreams. And he says, horrible things, the worst kinds of torture. You drowned me slowly. You burned my heart from my chest. You blinded me. She says, I was a monster. And he says, a monster, a maiden, a sylph of the eyes. You kissed me, whispered stories in my ear. You sang to me and held me as I slept. Your laugh chased me into waking. And she says, you always hated my laugh. He says, I loved your laugh, Nina, and your fierce warrior's heart. I might have loved you too, might have. It's a second chance. They were in love before, but she kind of betrayed him and got him arrested. And he lived in prison, but all the while he dreamed of her. I mean, obviously, he was planning to kill her, but still, he was dreaming of her. And she was the one who got him out of the prison. But now they hate each other for obvious reasons. And she asks, what did you do, Matthias? Am I saying that right? What did you do, Matthias? What did you do to me in your dreams? And he says, everything. Everything. I love them so much. I was going to stop reading and do some work, but look at this. Matthias. It's his POV. How can I stop now? Like I can't disrespect him like that. Come on. I want you to know. I cannot stop thinking about Matthias and Nina. Like they are for real. My favorite couple in this series. Favorite couple, one of the most favorite couple in the entire like fictional world. I love them so much. I've read until this. I think 150 pages are left. So much happened. There's a class going on nearby, so I'm speaking slowly. I hope you can hear me. Anyways, a lot happened, like I said. Matthias and Nina, I don't know if I recorded it, but like when I was walking on the street, I was literally screaming how much I love them. So I got to know their backstory. Turns out that they were together for like 3 weeks when they were lost in the sea. They were on this island together, and for obvious reasons that they had to lie next to each other like really close for body heat, and they literally saved each other's lives. And then from the island, they they went from town to town, like from a ship to from one ship to another, trying to trying to find a good house, trying to find food. They literally helped each other so much, and in the end Nina got him arrested to save him, because otherwise some Grisha spotted them and they could have killed him. Listen, you have to understand that they both are like mortal enemies. Nina is Grisha and Matthias is Grisha hunter. So they want to kill each other. It's in their nature. But they still kind of developed feelings for each other, started trusting each other. But then, even if Nina wanted to save Matthias, but she got him arrested, right? And he suffered so much in the Hellgate. Hellgate, that is a special type of prison, and you read all about it in detail in the book. But when they meet again for this heist and they have to work together, they are like always fighting on the way even. But finally, they agreed on something. They are trying to, in this heist, they are trying to kidnap a scientist who is developing this drug who makes Grisha even more powerful, and they kind of get addicted to it. So they both agreed on one thing. They are like, we are not going to kidnap the scientist and give it to the merchant who is going to give us all the money, but they are going to kill the scientist so that he could not develop this drug ever again and it cannot be misused. So they agreed on that, and now all is well. But something else happened with Kaz Breaker. They are trying to get inside this ice court through a prison. Like they are going to get inside, becoming prisoners. So they are going to kidnap actual prisoners and then take their place. You know, that's what they're planning. But what happens is, Kaz literally freezes, like literally goes into shock, looking at them, and then he faints after everything is over. And I was like, what happened? What happened? And then we get the entire backstory of Kaz Becker and his older brother Jody. I swear to God, I cried. My eyeliner is smudged, you can't see it, but I cried so much. My chest was aching the entire time I was reading the story. I just knew something bad was going to happen. Like, Kaz had to. Kaz, he was, I think, 9 or 10. So little and innocent child, basically. And he had to survive between dead bodies because everyone, they didn't have a place to live, they didn't have food, anything. His older brother died of firepox and he suffered from firepox as well, and they were all lying in a pile, like, you know, pile of dead bodies, and that's how he survived. And then he swam somewhere, and you know how he swam? He swam holding his dead brother's body as a raft. I'm speechless. I cried so hard. I had to take a break. Oh my god. Now everything makes sense. Why he doesn't like intimacy, why he doesn't like to touch anyone, why he doesn't like when someone touches him, and why he always wears gloves in his hands. Everything makes sense. I just have one question. How did he break his leg though? Like, what happened? Like, why does he have to use a cane, and what accident happened? Also, I cannot get over the fact that when Kaz came to save Inez, when you know Inez was going to kill herself, he actually saved her, and then he carried her with one broken leg. He fractured his broken leg, like again, and he stayed on the ship just like that. And how did he carry Inez with one broken leg? Like, how? How is that even possible? And I just know that even if Kaz never visited Inez when she was unconscious on the ship, I know, and it even took him 2-3 days to approach her when, you know, she started walking and became conscious. I just know that this boy has some deep feelings for Inez. I just can't wait to see how it reveals everything. Also, there was a cute scene between Matthias and Nina back when they were younger and stuck on this island together. Matthias was like, why do I have to even sleep with you, you know, for body heat? But like, why do I have to sleep with you? I can't wait to have my bed, like my own bed. And Nina says, I know how much you like, you know, sleeping next to me. I feel it every morning. And Matthias goes like so shy, and Matthias is like, why do you have to even speak like that? Why are you like this? And Nina says, I just like when your face goes red. Like, Nina is so forward and so mischievous about everything, and Matthias is so shy and so, like, you know, oh, like, such a good such a good man, I think. And you know, earlier when I said that Matthias has to remain celibate or something, I was just predicting it. Turns out Draskels, like the Grisha hunters, they can't touch a woman before they take a wife. And because of that, like, he was so shy. I just, I love them so much. And I was talking to my friend about them, and she was like, Matthias and Nina are literally my parents. And I was like, wow, I agree with that. Like, they are the it couple, like, they are the couple. You know what I mean? Okay, so while the heist is going on, we are getting backstories of everyone. Kaz and Inez, how Kaz freed Inez from the pleasure house. I think I like it. It is adding so much depth to the story. I have like this much left, and I only have 30 minutes. Do you think I can finish this? I feel like someone is going to die in this book. Is it Wylan? Is it Jasper? I think it's one of these two. Maybe not in this book, but in the next book. But I just know someone is going to die. Nothing is going according to the plan. They were planning to go through the chimney, but the chimney stopped working somehow. And then Inaj had to climb through the 6 stories in the dark while there was fire beneath. And if Inaj didn't climb, they wouldn't have reached there. Anyone, this could have happened. Her souls literally got burned because of this. And now everyone is separated. I came home because I had to come home because it was lunchtime and my stomach was growling. Anyways, so I'm like, only 100 pages are left, and everything is going wrong. Like everything, that none of their plans are working, and every single enemy that every single crew member has is also present there. Like the woman that bought Inez, and the madam, she is there. The Driscoll, the main Grisha hunter who actually kidnapped and imprisoned Nina, is also there. Also, the one who not killed, the one who took all the money from Kaz's older brother, and because of which he died, and Kaz had to suffer so much, he is also there. So everyone is getting swayed from their original motive, and everyone is like, obviously Nina and Matthias want to, you know, kill the scientist. So everyone is like, we are going to die tonight. We are going to die tonight. It's like there's so much action. I'm really enjoying it, and also like I'm talking to my friend. I'm eating this Indian. He probably knows bataka poha. Yeah, it's delicious. I'm so hungry. Anything would feel delicious to me right now. Anyways, I'm talking to my friend right now. She has already read Six of Crows. So I'm ranting to her, and we are both like spooning over Matthias. And she told me the original pronunciation, that is Matthias. And we are just like fangirling over it. Like, she's like, this is my Roman Empire, my core six, Six of Crows. And I'm like, I'm quickly becoming obsessed with this series. And I think this is becoming my Roman Empire, my new obsession. I feel like these characters in this story I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. Recognized Inez, which means they know Kaz is here. And they already, like, what they did? They closed the entire island so no one can get out. And there would be an investigation. Oh my god, how are they going to, like, get out of this? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck? Nina was arrested, and now she will be drugged. Like the drug that she'll get addicted to. And she's imprisoned already. And guess who helped her? Guess who helped her get arrested? Yes, Matthias. No, why would you do that? Like, fuck your honor and fuck your misplaced, like, patriotism. Like, just shut up. Why would you do that? Like, Nina is so. Why would you get her arrested? Will she be drugged? Will she be drugged? I don't want to see this. I don't want to read. But I do want to know what happens next. Oh my god. Okay. That was all a lie. This was their plan all along. So they didn't betray each other. And Matthias hugged Nina and said, I have been made to protect you. Only in death will I be kept from this oath. Everything changed. He was actually made to kill her, like kill Grisha. But now he said that I've been made to protect you. Oh my god, they're going to be endgame. I I love them so much. And you know what Nina said in answer? She said, if we make it out of here alive, I'm going to kiss you unconscious. Like, Nina is like so real. I love her. Is drowning, and he's thinking of Inez. He thinks that he's going to die. I can't even speak. He thinks that he's going to die. And this is what he's thinking. He needed to tell her. He needed to tell her what? That she was lovely and brave and better than anything he deserved. That he was twisted, crooked, wrong, but not so broken that he couldn't pull himself together into some semblance of a man for her. That without meaning to, he had begun to lean on her, to look for her, to need her near. He needed to thank her for his new hat. Oh my god. Also, now I know why Kaz broke his leg. Like, what happened? When he was 14, he tried to rob a bank. And at 14 years old, and he made up an entire crew, gathered people, robbed a bank, but he had to like jump off a roof, and doing that he broke his leg and it never healed right, and that's why he's limping and he has a bad leg and he is always using a cane to walk. Like, wow, that's so badass. Every time this part comes, like there are parts and there is the whole black page and there is this dramatic white smoke coming. I love this. Like every couple of chapters there's like part 1 this, part 2 this. I'm on part 6, proper thieves, and I think only 50 pages are left. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nina took the dose. Like, surely it's the first dose, and surely it's the first dose, but some people don't get addicted, but still. It's so. What if she gets addicted? Also, she told Matthias that, you know what, if I get addicted, then kill me. Like, she didn't say that kill me. She said, do the right thing. I can always trust you to do the right thing. What the fuck? No. I'm in this weird position again. So, you know, something happened. Okay, so last I updated, Nina took the drug. Okay, so she developed all these superpowers and got everyone out of there. But now she's experiencing those like withdrawals, drug withdrawals. And she says that I wish you could see what I do. She's talking to Inez. I can hear everybody on this ship, the blood rushing through their veins. I can hear the change in Kaz's breathing when he looks at you. And Inez asks her, you can? And Nina says, it catches every time, like he's never seen you before. Like he has never seen you before. It catches every time. I have to read this for you. Like, this is so iconic. Okay, so Kaz finally said to Inez, I want you to stay. I want you. And Inez says, you want me? And how will you have me, Kaz? How will you have me? Fully clothed, gloves on, your head turned away so our lips can never touch? I will have you without armor, Kaz Breaker, or I will not have you at all. You know what? I love Inez too. I love everyone. Yeah, I love everyone. Another plot twist came. I know this is a horrible angle, but like, I cannot sit up for some reason. Bear with me. Anyway, so another plot twist, and they couldn't take the scientist, but the merchant was like, I'll take the money, and he kidnapped Inez also, and refused to give them the money because they didn't give him the scientist. Obviously, the scientist was dead, by the way. Only his son was alive, and who's actually a kid, but he knows how to, manufacture the drug. Anyways, so Kaz said, I'm going to get my money. And then he says, and I'm going to get my girl. Quite literally, I've been kicking my feet in the air and I'm lying down and I'm giggling just because Kaz said my girl. Like, my girl. It's so cliche, but I love it. And also, I'm on the last chapter, and the last chapter is actually villain's POV. Like, how does even that work? Like, I finished this book. Correction. This book finished me. What was that ending? Like, what was that ending? Seriously, I need the second book right now. So pretty. Can't get over the maps. Okay, so I started the Crooked Kingdom I'm on chapter 3. It is Matthias's POV. Anyways, Kaz just threatened a little girl, like a 5-year-old little girl. He just threatened her. He's like, I'm the monster under your bed, and I will snap your dad's and mother's neck if you tell them that I was here. He was there to steal, obviously. But like, also there's a cute scene between Matthias and Nina, I have to say. So they are currently living in a cemetery. Don't ask why. They have a plan. Anyways, and Matthias cannot stop gawking at Nina because she is wearing a dress or something. She's wearing a pretty dress. So Kaz is like, stop gawking like you have never seen a girl in a dress before Matthias. And Matthias gets flustered and says, I wasn't gawking. And Nina says, be quiet, Brecker. I like it when he gawks. Okay, so quick update. As I told before, I've already finished Six of Crows and I loved it. In the end, um, Inez was kidnapped by one egg, like the merchant, and the merchant didn't give any money. But the scientist who was like supposed to be kidnapped and be given to the merchant was already dead. But he had a young son who already knew how to manufacture the drug and everything. But that little boy who can manufacture the drug is in Kaz's crew now. So they have like kidnapped him. I know it's very confusing, but I really loved it. Like, I know this was chaotic and the plot was very thick. Like, there was a lot of components in there, but I loved it. And anyways, I have already started Crooked Kingdom, which is the sequel of this duology of Six of Crows. Anyways, I'm only like 100 pages in, and it's like very thick. I think 560 pages, close to 600 pages. I have only read 100 pages, and so far Inej is still, held captive, and now the whole Kaz's crew is going to get Inej back. One thing I want to point out is that I thought that I would get over Matthias and Nina, but I am even more in love with them. Like, obviously, Nina is suffering from the drug withdrawal, and it's heart wrenching to witness like her condition. She's so lively and fun and like optimistic, but now she's suffering so much. But obviously, the chemistry between Matthias and Nina is like even more fiery now, and wow, I love it. And what else happened? Yeah, obviously the whole scheming and thieving is happening, obviously, and Jasper's father is in the picture, so I think Jasper is going to go away.